Today with ONTV Update, we find out what teachers and health professionals are doing to come up with new and innovative ideas for physical activities.
Stay tuned for all this and more with ONTV Update.
Now, from the EMC studio at Onondaga Community College, this is an ONTV Update.
Good afternoon and welcome to ONTV Update. This is Friday, March 22nd, 2016. I'm Bailey Mozo.
And I'm Matt Reeves. Once again, Onondaga Community College's SRC Arena Event Center is proudly hosting the Central North Zone Conference. ONTV Update's Devin Spencer tells us more.
For the second year in a row, the SRC Arena is hosting the Central North Zone Conference event, an event really giving health professionals a spotlight to show their purpose. I spoke with the Central North Zone President, Shelly Connors, to give us that insight.
I'm the Central North Zone President at the moment. This is my second year doing it. And as presidents, we need to provide a resource and a place for other physical educators, health teachers, recreation, those types of people have a place to come, learn, work with others.
Right now, I'm currently overlooking the Conference Zone event, a place where teachers, coaches, and health professionals really come together to further the importance of health and physical education.
Counties all over Central New York come to this event to share their ideas as well as spreading the awareness to support physical activity. Kevin TEXEIRA, co-owner of Ramp Shot, tells us why he does it and where he wants to take his product.
Certainly to get into some of the sporting goods stores and different retailers around the country. This is one of our ways of doing it, to get into phys ed programs. Kids see it in their school, and they go home and ask for it for their birthday or graduation party, whatever it may be.
To find out more, go to nysahperd.org. That's New York State Association of Health, Physical Education, Recreation, and Dance.org. At SRC Arena, I'm Devin Spencer on TV Updates.
For those who are interested and did not get a chance to get it, reach out to follow up or go to nysahperd.org.
A push for more schools to focus on their fine arts is being brought up at every board meeting. ONTV Update's Dominic Tibbetts checks in at OCC to see how they are spreading musical education.
Musical education teaches more than what most people think. Zach Johnson, a freshman music major at OCC, attests to the fact that learning about music and studying the wide varieties teaches valuable life skills.
It teaches patience. It teaches counting in a correct way and unexpected terms too. Also, it teaches a new beat and a new look on life.
Dr. David Rudari takes a strong stance on why he believes in the importance of musical education.
I think that music education is important in the life of every child and every person regardless of age.
And that a world without music is
not a world. It's empty, it's void of culture and creativity in terms of sound.
Even as an electronic media communications student, musical education has allowed me to do this. Because of that, I can now entertain a lot of people when Christmas time comes around. Musical education allows people to connect in ways they never thought they could before.
Music gives a person an outlet, not only a creative outlet, but also an outlet for emotional outpouring.
Emotional outpouring that can one day be the inspiration to a career in music. From Academic 2, I'm Dominic Tibbetts on TV Update.
The music department is very open to non-music majors. They offer lessons and practice rooms for students looking to work on their musical skills.
Are you or someone you know struggling to pay for college? Well, you might be in luck, as 1,000 students will soon get to go to college for free. Thanks to a $20 million grant from a state and endowment of 30 million kids will be able to spur economic development through free tuition using money from settlements with financial institutions. The endowment continues the Say Yes Scholarship program set up by the national nonprofit in 2008.
With the warm weather rapidly approaching here in Syracuse, that means that it's almost time for spring cleaning. While some may welcome this activity gladly, for others, it may be just another thing to add on to your already busy to-do list. To keep things in perspective and get your cleaning done, make a checklist, go through the trouble areas in your house and yard, and write down the things that need fixing. For more expert advice, visit your local home improvement store. When we come back, we'll take a look at the upcoming forecast for the weekend and what the people in Oswego are doing to fix a reoccurring problem.
So stick around and we'll be right back with Adrian Torino for an ONTV Updates weather.
I love OCC and I've really been impressed with all of my students here. I teach natural hazards and disasters. I try to bring in real-world events to make what you learn in the classroom applicable to what you might read in the newspaper or see on the news or hear in the media. And then also trying to make it interesting because sometimes science can be a little boring to folks. So I try to make it exciting and so perhaps you don't even realize you're learning science.
Felton Art Gallery at Onondaga Community College. Experience art at its most engaging. The gallery features multiple genres of art, including painting, photography, and sculpture.
The teachers here are excellent. I've had some really informative teachers. The lessons are pretty clear and the teachers are very social. It's a very social experience. I liked the facility a lot. I liked the studios, so I decided to come here. I've learned so much. I've learned an indefinite amount of material about architecture, and I only have more to learn. I would definitely say that this school is excellent for building a portfolio to move on in this major.
Are you eager for knowledge outside the classroom? Then visit COULTER Library. If we don't have the book you're looking for, we can get it on loan. We also have a wide selection of movies and music to enjoy on your study break. And our quiet study rooms allow you to work alone or with classmates in a private environment. We're extending hours during finals week until 11 p.m. so you can catch up on your work. Visit our website for more information. Take advantage of COULTER Library today. You'll never fail in your journey to succeed.
Are you a veteran looking to continue your education? Then check out the Veterans Affairs Office at COULTER Library. We offer a variety of services, such as work study, mentoring, assistance with financial aid, vocational rehabilitation, and much more. The staff at the Office of Veterans Affairs are all veterans who continue to serve the OCC community. Visit room C103 or visit sunyocc.edu for more information.
Welcome back to ONTV Update. I'm Bailey Mozo.
And I'm Matt Reeves. Now, we'll turn to Adrian Torino for your 5-day planner and a weather update. Adrian?
Alrighty guys, thank you. Today it looks like it's going to be a little wet out. According to AccuWeather, today there's going to be a high of 50 with morning showers with clouds and sun this afternoon and a low of 26. Saturday is going to be sunny to partly cloudy with a high of 51 and finishing with a low of 34. Sunday is going to be beautiful sunny day with a high of 62 and a low of 43 at night. Monday is going to be a little cooler with periods of rain and a high of 47 and a low of 30 with continuing rain. Tuesday is going to have intervals of clouds and sun with a high of 43 and a low of 27 with clear skies. Wednesday is going to be partly sunny, warmer, and a high of 56 and becoming partly cloudy at night with a low of 46. In Oswego, Route 48 has had a catastrophic structural collapse along the Oswego River. Erosion is a major issue in that region. It looks like a movie scene in earthquake. Route 48 in Oswego collapsed February 28th due to subterranean water erosion. Central New York's weather leaves no surface untouched and is always brewing trouble for riverside roads like Route 48.
Central New York has quite a bit of variation during all seasons. If we want to talk about the winter, we know that when that snow and ice hits our roads, that we put a substantial amount of salt. So then when rain comes along, if you have an unusually warm winter like we have had this year, that helps erode some of the sides of the roads, and if it makes it down into the cracks, it'll erode portions of the foundation.
That's exactly what happened to a section of Route 48 between Munn Street and Burden Drive. Weather affects city infrastructure. As you can see behind me, a portion of Route 48 in Oswego, New York has collapsed. Possible causes are rising water levels.
It's water in the ground in that region too, and if it expands out because of some flooding and stays in the ground next to those roads, then you got a real chance, if you get stronger flooding, to have all of that sediment, including the sediment and the rocks under the roads, get washed away.
Commuters say that Route 48 structural integrity is an ongoing safety issue.
It's come down to me just taking 481 to Oswego now, because I don't even want to deal with Route 48 or any detour. It's just a hassle now. I'd honestly feel safer on 481 than 48 anyway.
There's no telling when the roadway repairs or modifications will take place, or even what they are. But in the meantime, drivers will have to take alternate routes. In Oswego, Adrian Torino, ONTV Update. Route 48 seems to be plagued with topographic and engineering issues and continues to concern the local drivers. It'll be some time before any major renovations will be completed.
For years, the Syracuse Choral Choir Group has been active in the community singing and bringing a joyful noise to the public. But now things have changed as a new choir message emerges as it seeks to gain an audience. Caleb Casamento has more on this matter.
This was the site where the Syracuse Chorale met, led by their faithful director since 1994. But after a schism in the group that toppled him, CNY Voices was formed and meets weekly at St. Mark the Evangelist.
I was retired by Syracuse Chorale after the 21 years, and there were some people from there who still wanted to work with me. As a result, they formed this group.
The choir got off to a slow start, but since then as many as 16 members are now on board.
The choir practices every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. Though most of the members have day jobs, they are more than willing to take the extra time they need to make sure that they get their notes right.
I've always believed when you're on stage, if you can entertain people and make them forget about life's problems that everybody has, even if for 5 minutes we make them forget about that, then we've done our jobs as entertainers.
While still an up-and-coming group, they hope to build on what they have learned.
My goal is to have a good ensemble of maybe 20 people and be able to sing at short notice anything from an opera concert to a concert of love songs, a concert of Broadway songs.
CNY Voices is well on the road to finding success. From St. Mark the Evangelist, Caleb Casamento, ONTV Update.
Their next concert is at First United Methodist Church on June 22nd at 7 p.m. Admission is free and refreshments will be provided. Looking for something fun to do this weekend? Head down to Armory Square for a wide variety of live music. Places like Funkin' Waffles have numerous artists like Stephen Douglas Wolfe and the Big Mean Sound Machine, playing Friday and Saturday night. Doors open at 8 p.m. and tickets are $10. For a full list of shows, go to their website, funkinwaffles.com.
Are you big on mixed martial arts but don't want to travel far to watch a fight? Well, you'll soon be able to watch them within New York. After a 19-year ban, the New York State Assembly passed a bill that will legalize professional mixed martial arts in New York. The bill was passed on Tuesday by a vote of 113 to 25. 76 votes were required to pass it, allowing future fights to take place from famous arenas like Madison Square Garden to more local locations like Syracuse, Buffalo, and Rochester. When we come back, we'll take a look at the OCC lacrosse team and how one student is excelling both on and off the field.
So stick around for ONTV Update Sports with Brent Carney.
I actually was a graduate of the Mechanical Technology Associate's Degree program here myself. Onondaga, without a doubt, puts the student first. We want our students to be successful. We want them to come back to us and say, yeah, what we learned in this program was great. What we're doing, we have a skill set now that I can make a good living with. www.sunyocc.edu for more information.
What I love most about OCC is the ease of access. It's so close to home, and it's just a beautiful campus, and the social community is so nice. I can really find myself inside of it. The business area that they just built is really nice as well. I think that's going to be good for helping out business students with their goals and tasks and things. I would recommend OCC to somebody. I think it's a really nice place to get an education. I think it's a really nice school to be able to settle down in and build a future at.
I would definitely say OCC has prepared me for moving on my career path.
My major is fire protection technologies. I chose that due to the fact of my career path is I want to go become a career firefighter later on in life. My dad actually found this program out here from one of his buddies that's a state fire instructor out in this area. Said this was one of the best programs out here. It's real nice knowing that I have other people out there who share the same interests as me.
I love OCC and I've really been impressed with all of my students here. I teach natural hazards and disasters. I try to bring in real world events to make what you learn in the classroom applicable to what you might read in the newspaper or see on the news or hear in the media. And then also trying to make it interesting because sometimes science can be a little boring to folks. So I try to make it exciting and so perhaps you don't even realize you're learning science.
So it's hat and gloves weather today? Wasn't it 75 and sunny yesterday? Fall needs to make up its mind. It's not all bad though. The leaves turn a beautiful red and in come my favorite flavors. That's why I always save time in my morning for Starbucks. I can grab a pumpkin spice latte and it can be served hot or cold to suit whatever type of autumn day I'm having.
OCC proudly serves Starbucks. Come visit us outside the Gordon Cafeteria.
Hello and welcome back to ONTV Update. I'm Brent Carney with sports. The Onondaga Lady Lasers added 7 new players to the team this year, players that came from reservations near and far. The women chose to travel to OCC just to play on the team.
The 2016 women's lacrosse season is underway. What makes this season so special are the number of Native American women on this year's roster. One of those players is Cheyenne Burnham, who traveled from North Carolina to be on the team.
Lacrosse means more than words can say. I just grew up into a family where that was all that I could think about and like play and just everything that about lacrosse just means so much to me and my family and my culture.
With all-around good chemistry and a love for the game, Coach McDonald of the women's lacrosse team says the players are respected for their cultural backgrounds.
The culture here is very supportive of Native Americans in terms of the school itself, culturally, educationally.
Here at Onondaga, lacrosse is more than just a game to Native Americans. The Creator's Game, as the Iroquois call it, is a game meant to entertain the creator. To them, it's more than just a sport.
Playing with other Native American girls, I feel the chemistry between us is much closer than my other teammates, just by our culture.
Things that events and celebrations that they have throughout the course of the year, and then kind of incorporate that into a teaching vehicle for the rest of the girls on our team that also haven't been exposed to Native American culture.
Come and watch as the Lady Lasers take on Nassau Wednesday at 4 p.m. at Murphy Field. From OCC, I'm Kaylia for ONTV Update.
Over spring break, the Lady Lasers traveled to Maryland, where they won 2 out of 3 games. This season is looking good for these ladies. They are definitely a team to keep an eye on. Onondaga's athletic department has many talented athletes. I got to speak with one women's lacrosse player that stands out from the rest.
Allison Hernandez started playing lacrosse at an early age.
I was in middle school and all the other older girls who would play soccer also played lacrosse in the spring, so I'm like, all right, if everyone else is doing it, I might as well do it too, because like I'm not going to run track or anything. I wanted to play a sport, so I decided to play lacrosse.
Allison started playing lacrosse in Baldwinsville, where her skill for the sport quickly grew.
I knew that coming from Baldwinsville that she would have the type of fundamentals and the work ethic and everything that we need and Onondaga to be successful, she would have coming out of his program.
Not only does Allison excel in the field, she also excels in the classroom.
She is a type of student athlete that, one, does well in the classroom, which we're always looking to see.
According to Allison, her success at Onondaga could not have happened without her former coach.
My coach from high school, Coach Rowe, because he really pushed me to I don't really talk a lot, so he pushed me to sit on the line and just scream, try to get my voice out and play better as a soccer player and lacrosse.
However, when things get low, the team can always count on Allison to lighten the mood.
She brings a very distinct type of humor. She's not a very vocal person, as I said, but once in a while she'll come out with some humorous things, which keeps things on the lighter side. She has a great relationship with all of her teammates. Her nickname's Hernie because we have a few Allisons on the team, and the kids like to tease her about that.
Allison is currently majoring in humanities and hopes she can take her passion for lacrosse onto her next college. The Lady Lasers will compete at home against Hartford Community College next Saturday, April 2nd at 11. Not one, but two Syracuse basketball teams make it to the Sweet 16. The Lady Orange had just come off a home victory against Albany in the second round of the NCAA tournament. The victory propels them to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, where they will face off at a top seed, South Carolina, tonight at 9:30. It is the first time in the program's history that the women's basketball team made it to the Sweet 16. After 107 straight wins, the men's lacrosse team failed to produce a win against Nassau Community College. The Lasers are coming off a win against CCBC Essex. Here are the stats from the game. Thomas McNaney got the most scores of the game, two of which were assisted by Larson Sundown and Kyle Killen. Cam Horn got a hat trick with one assist by Matthew Bennett. Then Kyle Killen really was a team player with the most assists from the game. The Lasers will face Genesee Community College at home tomorrow at 1 p.m. In racing news, the 2016 Formula One season got off to an exciting start. Ferrari quickly jumped to the lead at the start of the race. However, after a violent crash from McLaren Honda's Fernando Alonso and a strategy error from Ferrari, Mercedes driver Nico Rosberg took what looked like an unlikely victory. Fernando Alonso surprisingly walked away from that crash without a scratch. All right, the men's baseball season is looking awfully awesome this year. They just came off of winning their 2 straight games, other than suffering a loss against Mercyhurst. And
doing pretty well for themselves right now.
Yes, they are. And they will be competing. They will face off tomorrow against Northampton Community College at home at 1 p.m. And that's it for sports.
The Career and Applied Learning Center, or CAL Center, is a place where students can go to explore career options and connect with academic experiences around campus. I got a chance to talk with the director of the CAL Center to understand more on how they're preparing students and grads with the help of a purple briefcase.
Generally, most students walking through the halls of OCC plan to enter the workforce to start their careers in the very near future. So the good people at the Career and Applied Learning Center like Wendy Allen are here to help with any student's needs going forward.
So we believe that along with your requirements that are needed to get your degree or your certification or whatever you're going for here at the college, we believe that you need to gain some experience to add sort of as a co-curricular roadmap. And that's where we come in.
Freshmen like Tyler Beagle have gotten the most out of their time at the Cal Center, and he says it all started with the help of a website.
Well, the Purple Briefcase is our main site that we use to help students find any kind of employment, whether that be a volunteership or work study, or actually just trying to find a career in their field.
After taking just a few minutes of inputting your personal information into the website, Purple Briefcase sets students on the right path to an internship towards the career of their dreams.
We have some services in place with helping with resumes, cover letters, helping them interview, and helping them search for different jobs.
Along with Purple Briefcase, the Cal Center can accommodate any student's needs or concerns in finding the career of their choice.
The Cal Center is located in Ferrante Hall, room 262. Stop in any time during normal school hours to speak with someone in the center. When we come back, ONTV Update explores the issues with the achievement gap right here on campus.
We will also be looking at certain factors that are causing this growing gap. Stay tuned to find out more.
My name is Darren, Pikul, and I'm the Vice President of Entertainment and Programming in the Office of Student Leadership and Engagement. We plan events on campus, part of the quad I plan in the fall and in the spring. I just really love being involved. You really need to broaden your horizons. It makes time fly. I think being involved really makes your college experience better. OCC is it's a great stepping stone. The connections I've made here are everlasting.
I love OCC and I've really been impressed with all of my students here. I teach natural hazards and disasters. I try to bring in real world events to make what you learn in the classroom applicable to what you might read in the newspaper or see on the news or hear in the media. And then also trying to make it interesting because sometimes science can be a little boring to folks. So I try to make it exciting and so perhaps you don't even realize you're learning science.
The teachers here are excellent. I've had some really informative teachers. The lessons are pretty clear and the teachers are very social. It's a very social experience. I liked the facility a lot. I liked the studios, so I decided to come here. I've learned so much. I've learned an indefinite amount of material about architecture and I only have more to learn. I would definitely say that this school is excellent for building a portfolio to move on in this major.
Are you eager for knowledge outside the classroom? Then visit COULTER Library. If we don't have the book you're looking for, we can get it on loan. We also have a wide selection of movies and music to enjoy on your study break. And our quiet study rooms allow you to work alone or with classmates in a private environment. We're extending hours during finals week until 11 p.m. so you can catch up on your work. Visit our website for more information. Take advantage of COULTER Library today. You'll never fail in your journey to succeed.
I actually was a graduate of the Mechanical Technology Associate's degree program here myself. Onondaga, without a doubt, puts the student first. We want our students to be successful. We want them to come back to us and say, yeah, what we learned in this program was great. What we're doing, we have a skill set now that I can make a good living with. www.sunyocc.edu for more information.
Hello and welcome back. According to a recent OCC study, there's a serious problem with the education system in the U.S.
It's affecting new college students due to the quality of education before college.
Education is the most important tool in life. It gives people a foothold for a better future. However, in the United States, it seems that foothold is divided. According to the Stanford Center for Education Policy Analysis, the achievement gap between children from high and low income families is roughly 30 to 40% larger among children born in 2001 than among those born 25 years earlier. Why is there such a gap? OCC's Dr. Gross can give us an explanation.
This is about an unequal distribution of resources. So if you are a person of color in this country, let's say Black or Latino, you are more likely to grow up in a segregated community and also be exposed to poor quality education relative to a white person who might have grown up in an affluent suburb.
I'm from the Bronx, from New York, in New York City. Certain groups of people, they don't have the educational opportunities that many people do have. For example, the neighborhood that I live in isn't the best neighborhood in the world.
One possible solution to end the achievement gap in the United States is to put more tax dollars into schooling, so all kids, regardless of race, can become the future leaders of tomorrow.
It would definitely help because we know that across, not everybody is given the same quality of education, so not all schools spend as much per pupil, per student, right, in each institution. So if we provided more funding and resources, that would enable certain schools, for example, to get up-to-date textbooks.
According to Dr. Gross, there are many other factors that contribute to the achievement gap. Other factors include personal family responsibilities, multiple jobs, and even both at the same time.
We go to Adrian for our weekend forecast. Adrian?
Saturday and Sunday are going to be beautiful enough to be outdoors. And today's there's going to be morning showers, but expected to become cloudy with sun in the afternoon with a high of 51 and partly cloudy at night with a low of 26. Saturday is going to be sunny to partly cloudy with a high of 51 and clear at night with a low of 33. Sunday is going to be pleasantly warmer with a high of 63 and overcast with late night rain for a low of 46.
Well, that's it for this week with ONTV Update. Don't forget to tune in next time.
Remember to stay up to date with your ONTV Update.